Hello everyone, I bring to you today a match of a tournament from the on-site ones. It is from the America Cup 3, round 5. So the winner of these two would move on to the finals, which is, if you've watched my videos before, I kind of cover those finals in general. I will get back to them once APC is done, which I can talk about that later on this video, but let's get back to it. Yeah, so an important match, it's like these are the top two from that group, and whoever wins from this match would then move on to the final rounds of this tournament. So, two great players, great players, and they are so much fun to watch. Like, every single match that these guys play, they're gonna be fun. Now, you put both of them in a match, oof, get ready. Matchup wise, it's pretty simple. Now we have Kindle Mirror. The map is pretty wild, but yeah, between the map and the players, this is gonna be insane. I don't know a whole lot about the match. I've kind of peeped in every now and then as I saw a few updates here or there. I saw some wild things, so I knew I had to record this video. So let's get into the map a little bit, then I go into the players, matchup, and then cover the match. So, the map is called Rivendell, and it is a base light map. We have 2 bases and 1 airport. The 2 bases are pretty separated. I think I've actually never played this map. I can't remember if I have, but this is definitely your weaker base. Early on, it has it can greed out pretty fast, so you can go for city first, and then you have a lot of back chains that you have to do. So you need at least 1 or 2 infantry, one for these, one for these. You need another one over here on the front to go for these, go for this middle one. So you definitely need 3, at least 4 infantry from this base. But they're all going to be separated in different places. And so this base is responsible for a lot, can greed out a lot. It's also pretty weak. Well, on the other hand, this base is much stronger. It has this airport, so you can just, send both, copter tank, copter infantry, whatever, just straight and start pressuring this base. There's this big pivot right here. You see this narrow path of this base: forest, plains, forest, shoal, city. It's you have all these sea tiles, mountains, another mountain over here, another one over here. It is not uncommon to see forces come in after, I don't know, say day 8 or day 10 or something, and then starting to kind of lock this base into here, because it's pretty awkward to come out here and keep control of this area when this base can also come out over here and just point at this pivot. This area right here is really important. It's very easy for this to keep control, because this airport is going to come in 2, 4, 6. It's already pointing at this area. So this base and airport is going to have a lot of that control, kind of either shifting towards here to enclose the base in here, or go towards the middle, or go more towards this area, because, heads up, you got that HQ here. So that makes it super complicated. This base is responsible not only for so much, but also the HQ. So whenever this army is one side the other, it can all of a sudden be you know what, boom, I'm just gonna go to your HQ, and this base army is gonna be so slowed down. If too much is invested over here, there's no way that you can front shift in time all the way around to go and save your HQ. And of course, you're not gonna go this way, because that's where the army is. So it's gonna be really tricky. You need to know how much you invest over here, how much you send over here, and if you send over here, then the other one can just go to this side. So it's that little back and forth. You need to decide very precisely what to send and where to send it. Then we have a comm tower, but it's locked by these pipes. I've seen so many matches just go through the whole match without even getting the comm tower. You can get it with a T-copter, so you go 2, 4, 6, and then second turn, or I don't know, you make a black boat if you want to, I guess. A little Easter egg or whatever of knowledge of this map is, well, it's made by Ilese, and he makes really great maps, but he noticed that the HQ can sometimes be too HQ rushy, and so he put these little silo pads over here, not really as defensive terrain. They're really much there to tell you where to go. If you make a tank here and you want to defend your HQ, you need to go towards this silo pad right here, because then you will do 2, 4, 5, 6, whatever. You'll defend your HQ. But if you go this way, it will not reach. So you go 2, 4, 6, and then you go 2, 4, 6, you don't reach. Here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no. So you need to go here to then go to HQ. So you need to plan in advance where you want to, like the first turn movement of your tank, if you want to defend your HQ. Or if you want to go here, then you can go towards this other silo pad to defend this city. Anyways, let's talk about the players. We got DaysOfPlague, a really great player, loves those mechs. Pretty out of the ordinary player. And I've been covering so many matches of his lately. And then we have Kilmefirst, another great player. They also, both of them play all modes, so that's pretty interesting. They all play standard, fog, high funds. I've actually made a video where I had Kilmefirst like covering a match of his, and that was a lot of fun. So, and Kindle Mirror is gonna be pretty crazy. I think this was before the CO changes, so it's gonna have the stats from before. Not that Kindle had changed that much, but yeah, anyways. Let's get into the match right away. We have DaysOfPlague with his favorite color, Purple Lightning, up here in the top. And then we have Kilmefirst also with his favorite color, Yellow Comet, down here in the south. So already DaysOfPlague is going to skip this first like one turn capture to try to rush possibly this city. Well, Kilmefirst is not going to do this. He's going to go over here. There's a few times that you can actually do that without any hurt to your economy or builds. It's a matter of checking exactly how many funds you need by, I don't know, day 4, day 5. That is your first or second tanks. Sometimes rushing too many properties can mean that you're not going to get that first or second tank in time, and it can hurt a lot. But if not, then you can definitely rush a few properties. So yeah, Kilmefirst and Plague also well, sending the first infantry from the space from the corner towards the middle, going for this city over here. So it looks like the timing is going to make it so they're both going to be staring at this city, going to be contested. It is a chain for both, but because it's contested, it's not really a chain. So there you go, boom, boom. I'm going to send that third infantry towards back here for the city, and then probably chain it over here. And then going for that airport with the second infantry. Looks like Kilmefirst actually sending the third infantry for the airport, so just planning on delaying it just a little bit more than Plague. And actually Kilmefirst gonna skip that capture to start this one, and same thing here. Okay, sneaky plays here by Kilmefirst. And the worst thing is that there's nothing that Plague can do. Like, he can send this infantry and interrupt this one and interrupt, but this is Kindle we're talking about. That's gonna be a 40% counter attack. So the trade is pretty harsh. So look, we can take a look at it pretty quickly. On planes, no comp towers. Look at it. If you low roll, you do 3 damage, and then you get hit back by either 4 or 5 damage. If you do 4, you still get hit back by 4, so that's 6/6. So best case scenario, it's 6/6, and then you get hit back. Yeah, no, it's not good. And why do I say that he can't do anything about it? Because there isn't another infantry from Plague backing this up. Like, if he wants to go and interrupt, there isn't another one in time to keep that attack. So these are going to be pretty much guaranteed by Kilmefirst, unless Plague decides to just sacrifice this infantry in order to delay the capture for like maybe 1, maybe 2 turns. Yeah, Plague over here just gonna give that up. It seems like, yeah, there you go. Boom, gonna make a tank in response to Kilmefirst first tank over here. And does not go for that interrupt here either. Just passing. He's just passing by, just walking by this Kindle infantry in a city in front of these two as well. Like, Kilmefirst could go and take out this infantry, but it would cost him these 2 captures. I wonder if he's gonna be thinking about it. you know when they start capturing other stuff, that he's like, should I? It's tempting, but no. Oh, actually, he is. Okay, boom. He's going to get this one because it is the more contested one. I feel like this city is still gonna fall under this base and airport eventually, but at least he can get some reward from it, get some income from it, and perhaps he can then just back cap this one with this guy. And he gets to attack this guy with no defense whatsoever, which was also planning on going for one of these 2 captures, so just stopping those captures from Plague. So really smart, really good opening queue by Kilmefirst, honestly. Like I would definitely give the edge right now to Kilmefirst just from these little tiny plays, right? Crazy. Like he has both of these contested cities and has this damage over here. This tank from Days of Plague just gonna sit here very comfortably. At least you have that from this base, right? You get the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movement, just one turn movement, perfect maximum range into a city, which is really strong. Usually you don't want that in map design in general, but I feel like in this map you kind of need it for this base because it's so weak that it's kind of fine to do that. And Plague not gonna do a tank chain. He's gonna make the second tank over here. Again, another moment of like decisions. Like, do you send it? You either send the tank this way to kind of attack these cities, attack or defend, or you send it this way and you can reach this city or even these two as well. So important routing there. Kilmefirst. What you gonna do now? So you're gonna this guy's gonna go and capture that. Yeah, sending the back capture over there. And Plague also sent this guy back to heal up, and Kilmefirst is also gonna heal this up. They're just both gonna heal. And Kilmefirst gonna send these two guys, putting that tank over here in this city. I think this is pretty smart. It's pretty flexible position actually. Like you got these infantry. This one is blocking this one from this tank. So at least one healthy infantry is going to be able to capture. And even if this tank decides to go and attack this infantry, this tank can retaliate from a city. So yeah, probably definitely don't do that. After this opening, it's also threatening this infantry. So it's going to make it really awkward for this tank to try to go and defend this guy over here. I guess you just leave the tank on the city, honestly. Or maybe put it on the silo, I don't know. But then you have this tank that is somewhat in response to this one. So it depends where Plague decides to go with his tank, either here or here. Then Kilmefirst might decide to go over this side or this side. We'll see. But it's interesting how much happens from so little, right? Crazy. Well, what will this tank do? Let's see. Nothing. It's just going to sit on that city. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's defending this infantry. It's still putting some pressure over here. It's kind of forcing this tank to just stay here. And maybe it'll want to go over here to then protect these guys. And Kilmefirst making a copter. Copter's going to be so strong here. I've seen a lot of T-copters as well. It really speeds up that infantry reinforcement over here in this area, which puts a lot of pressure on the HQ, which then makes them send stuff to the other side, which relieves pressure from this side, all that stuff. And if not, you can also use it to go get the com tower. So that's also really, really nice. So we're gonna start both of these captures. This one has this element of the silo, so Plague could use the silo to attack from there, which is really nice to kind of counteract the strong Kindle day-to-day. And even gonna go for a little first strike here, injure this infantry over here, I guess to really delay the capture of this city, or just the threat of it. Ooh. I guess that's okay. Okay, yeah, I was thinking because this tank is next to a city, careful. But no, I think it's fine because then you just put this infantry, nothing that can clear this infantry without having to use this tank, so that's gonna be fine. And tank is gonna go, ooh, okay, and we're gonna get that 2 KO there, and this tank is not gonna be able to use it's not gonna use the city tile. The thing is that there's no reinforcement for this tank, so that's a gone tank. Even gonna have that reinforcement from the copter, so yeah, this tank is a dead tank. But hey, Plague does strange things sometimes that I don't really understand why. I don't understand that much why this tank went to get the 2 KO if it's gonna get first struck by this tank. That's gonna put you down half a vehicle. Yeah, I don't know. And there we go. Classic Plague making that mech. We'll see. It's gonna be tricky for this mech because it's even harder, right? Because it moves even slower. Like if you thought that it was difficult with a tank to know like which way do I send it, imagine a mech. Like you send it, it's gonna take 3 turns to do something, and then there's no way they can front switch it. Maybe it has actually a bit better front switching capabilities because you can put it on this mountain and then say, okay, I can attack here, I can move on here. I guess that makes sense. So finding there that little loophole by Plague with these mechs. But yeah, getting that first strike from the forest, that's gonna be really nice. 8-5. Remember, there's no comp towers here. Like there are, but you know they're not capped. So we're having that base damage. And over here, it looks like Kilmefirst is just gonna pull back, put the tank over here to prevent these Plague infantries from getting that capture. Gonna follow up on that capture, start that one, get in position to possibly start here, but also block away this tank from over here. So these tanks can position more aggressively onto here and really like pin down the space. So now this tank is like, what do I do? Do I go interrupt here? Do I shoot at these? But then they can get hit back. So really splitting this tank from this army. So that's really big here by Plague actually. After that, like dubious opening. He's trying to find that claw, you know, trying to claw back into this mid game. Although he is down like half a vehicle from this tank interaction. Was it worth it killing an infantry? Maybe. In these maps with such low infantry count, whoa. Okay, let me finish my idea. In these maps with such low infantry count, because it's base light and so big and stuff like that, and so many fronts, sometimes it is worth it to kind of lose a little bit of vehicle value in order to kill an infantry, because then it slows down the captures a lot and the potential threats from your opponent because they don't have infantry, right? Once you start pumping out tank, cop to tank, you know, it's like, and you lose your first few infantry, you know, that first infantry flood, then it's like really hard to replenish. But yeah, okay, so we go for the KO here, this infantry, and we attack this tank over here. Okay, Kilmefirst has 20k, so maybe he makes a medium tank? No, he just made a tank, okay. The tank, copter, and infantry most likely. This map also, yeah, does have quite a high income, maybe not high, but kind of mid-high. It's probably in the 20k range. And Plague's gonna send back that tank and just gonna go for the KO there. Gonna get a first strike on the infantry, and actually not gonna bring that copter over here to defend this tank, but rather going and attacking this infantry and getting this one in position to most likely go for this, and it's kind of blocking this infantry from just like sacrificing itself from dealing damage onto that infantry. I guess Plague also has, yeah, this tank backup covering that tank, and this one that's going to be healed up to 8. So, and remember, it's base damage, so there is 0 chance that these two tanks can KO this tank on the city. Unless Kilmefirst gets Urban Blight, but I don't think he can. And it's probably somewhat of a roll if you do like tank infantry, but this infantry kinda is negating that possibility because this attack over here, and this one is not being allowed to access this tile to attack the infantry, the tank. And we have this anti-build from Plague from last turn, and another mech. We got this infantry covered by this healing tank. We got these mechs that are probably going to move into position to kind of go for these cities and control this area. Somewhat giving up on this. I don't know if it's giving up. I mean, it's very hard to defend this, I think. You can definitely go for an interrupt. This city is lost for sure. Nothing that can interrupt it. Kilmefirst is just going to take that tank out. And okay, from this, unless he goes for a tank attack here? No, okay, he's not. So from this trade, Kilmefirst actually lost. Yeah, he's down half a tank because he lost 1 tank to deal half the tank damage to Plague. So I'm not super sure of that little trade that he had going there. I was thinking perhaps a medium tank could have worked instead of this copter and tank. And then when this tank came in, you just go bonk. You know, like, how much damage does that do? Like, you hit it with a medium tank. And it would be from the shoals. So you do 5, 6, you leave it at 4. yeah, it's not gonna do too much to your medium tank. And then you can take it out with your tank and I don't know, burn infantry on here or something like that. But no, that's not gonna happen. Now we're gonna get a medium tank. Okay, so that medium tank is gonna shoo away this. The thing is that there's no anti-air here being built, and there's this copter just like going wild. He does have these two in position to interrupt this capture, so nothing that can really protect. Like this copter can try to block or probably go and injure this guy, and then this guy goes to capture, and then one of these is gonna sacrifice themselves. But yeah, in the long term, I mean, not in the long term, in like the next 3 or 4 turns, I definitely see this city just falling to Plague's control. But there is 3 cities here being captured by Kilmefirst. 2 of them are from Plague. This tank was positioned here also to kind of block this anti-air from interrupting this city, so making it impossible for Plague to interrupt this capture right here. And also very smartly putting this copter over here in this shoal to block this infantry from interrupting this infantry capture, because his anti-air doesn't reach. Oof, yeah, that anti-air should have been 1 tile closer, right? It should have been put right here so that this copter couldn't have blocked. But even then, I think this is it's a lost city. I think even investing so much to try to defend it against Kindle, it just hurts so much. Copter's gonna go actually hit from over here, from this side. Okay, and then I'm gonna start that capture. Gonna bring this other guy. I'm gonna bring some other infantry. And it looks like Plague is trying to shift over here towards the side, towards like the HQ area. So that's the alarm bells ringing. It's like ding, 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 ding. Kilmefirst is like, whoa, okay. I have no infantry here. This infantry could potentially just in 2 turns start capturing that HQ, right? Yeah, you can sacrifice these 2, but again, you need to send stuff because these are gonna die. There's no anti-air. I mean, this match could end literally in a few turns. If Kilmefirst isn't careful right here. So, Plague not gonna interrupt any of these captures. They're all gonna go through by Kilmefirst. He's like, I don't care. I'm just gonna defend this area, my HQ area, and I'm gonna try to take your HQ area. Maybe it's not necessarily trying to go for the HQ, like trying to win the HQ. It's more so the threat of it, and then forcing Kilmefirst out of there. It puts the medium tank in a really awkward position, honestly. Like, do you send it over here to save your HQ? Do you send it over here? You are kind of forced to send something here. That's the thing. And then it relieves the pressure over here, and then the Plague can start to capture this, can try to get the middle, of which Kilmefirst has both cities now. Yeah, a medium tank is gonna go towards the middle, and has to make an anti to defend that from the copter. Also, simply to like not block it. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, no, it's fine. And another copter. So anti-air, copter, infantry. Got all this infantry chain going. That's going to be, in a few turns, that's going to be where Kilmefirst is going to be the strongest. He's going to be trying to put that pressure through this corridor and trying to reinforce the infantry conga line over here. But he's going to need to back it up with some of these vehicles. So I would expect some of these to start shifting over here, maybe like next turn or something. Maybe he's trying to control the middle so that Plague can't try to front shift. You can see this tank just trying to go and help out this side, perhaps. And then Kilmefirst can decide, okay, actually I'm going to go this way or I'm going to go this way. Copter's going to come in and take out that other infantry, I think it was. Yeah, the 4 HP one, boom. Gonna get that city, even puts a tank on the HQ so that this infantry can't sit on it. And we have all these infantry coming in, this copter, these 2 tanks. We might have more tanks, even an artillery. You can definitely see on this map some artillery locks on this base with all these mountains, right? You can put artillery in any of these spots. You can be locking down this base. It's very strong. Maybe not even necessarily base locking. You can just have it, somewhere over here, and it's kind of like pointing at all this corridor. So it's like super awkward for this base to try to go over here. It really forces it to go down here. And Plague gonna send all the forces over here. Double mech, tank, anti-air, 4 infantry. And it looks like we have a copter here trying to go towards this side, defended from this copter by this copter. So we got a little copter chain going. So we'll see. Tank's gonna sit on the port for that extra defense and firepower, and medium tank just gonna move out to just like exert pressure over here so that Plague doesn't just comfortably, I don't know, move around here near the HQ. But he has to be careful of everything. He has to be careful of the city because, again, Plague is controlling this pivot. Like, he can decide whether to go here or whether to go here. This artillery can pose a very big threat over here, while this stuff can pose a big threat over here. It's not the same scenario over here. Like, Kilmefirst is somewhat holding this pivot, but it is being contested now by Plague. But Kilmefirst does have the middle, and so he's now kind of able to start shifting these two copters and this tank towards this area. I don't think this tank is gonna shift. I guess you can send it this way. Yeah, maybe. But I think it's more so to defend the city. He's trying to make sure that Plague doesn't get that. Kilmefirst does have the income lead, just very slightly. So, he's gonna want to try to hold that. He's actually gonna start this cap blocked the path with this anti-air because there isn't a tank that can hit it, since this tank can now block that tank from accessing like this area. So that's really nice. Nice find there by Plague. Gonna even bring this mech that can also defend that tank. Really nice little setup. I'm gonna go and take out that infantry. Gonna attack that infantry that is not going to die. Again, base damage, 0% chance. But he's doing the classic anti-kindle tech of attacking like that, leaving that city available for you to, oh yeah, I'm gonna use that city to attack. Boom, I got an artillery point in it. And gonna bring those tanks. And we have to be careful now because of those urban blights. So you need to be careful of if you put your units on cities or next to cities. So they're very close to those urban blights. So it can be pretty devastating and game deciding if the first urban blight that someone gets is, gets a bunch of KOs. Oof, that can hurt so much. And medium tank is gonna get its first attack. It's gonna be a kill on this infantry right here. Just gonna block this anti-air in and bring that artillery, so that you're forced to clear this tile. So this city capture is probably not gonna go through. I'm gonna bring this tank, anti-air, infantry, just to be in this area. But you can see Plague can now just shift over here towards this area. As all of these were sent down here, now he can go over here, start a pressure over here, start to take the middle. Gonna block that tank in with his infantry, so just throwing units in here to not let Plague use up these other tiles, and then he's gonna shoot back next turn. Oof. I wouldn't know who to give the advantage right now. It's very different. Plague has this pivot control right here. He's doing weird Plague shenanigans over here. I think he definitely has to pull back from over here. There's no point in staying here. He's gonna get a shot there. He is okay. Gonna get that infantry kill. He's gonna shoot at that medium. Ooh, he can also shoot from the city. Oh, it is on a silo though, so still has that defense. I think he's going for an urban blight. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, that is definitely an urban blight moment. And we're gonna take that out, and then we're gonna use the urban blight. What is the urban blight for though? Okay, we're gonna take out that infantry, make an anti to cover this copter. Okay, that's it. What was the urban blight for then? Just to injure a few units, drain some funds. Not super sure about that urban blight. Oh well, we'll see. Now it's Kilmefirst's turn, and he has the charge for a power, and Plague is not going to. He's just gonna have 3,000 left, so it's gonna take him a while to get it back. And so now Kilmefirst can put a lot of pressure. He is actually gonna use urban blight. Is it gonna be over here perhaps? Using the city? Okay, so copter. Ooh, not using the anti-air, okay. Gonna use double copter to clear that. And gonna clear that, then attack the anti-air and okay. I'm gonna bring the artillery there, just covering these tiles. and that's it. I mean, very strange Urban Blights. I mean, I think it makes sense to not engage fully here. Like use the anti and then the copter here. Like, what are you gonna get an extra boost from? Like killing an infantry. Like there isn't any vehicles. They're being very careful where they put their vehicles. Them not being on next to cities. So they're being very, very careful. So I think they probably just use the Urban Blight. Probably to just deal a little bit of damage to certain units to be able to take them down, to take them out from the cities, but also for that those extra stats. Like think as Kilmefirst, you're with base damage against Plague with extra stats. Like that's horrible. You have base damage against Von Bolt. That is really, really tough. Plague is gonna go and start this capture. He's gonna bring that artillery. There you go. It's going to be covering this whole area. And you have this medium tank over here, the anti-air tank. They're not going to, as you move everything, they're not going to be able to shoot at anything. There is, though, this one single infantry base going to need 2 turns to heal up, and then 3 turns, 4 turns to start capturing. So by then, I think Plague can bring something to kind of just attack that infantry. And he's rather just going to send everything over here. Just going to send everything and try to pressure this one base. Make it awkward for these guys. There's these 2 copters, copters are really good at front switching. So that is something that Plague has to be careful of. But he does have an anti-air here. He does have 2 copters and a half, and then he has another anti-air over here. So looking, I think quite good for Plague. I think he's been able to determine the match over these past few turns with a few kind of questionable, dubious moves. But I don't know, he makes them work. He kind of as long as he is able to maintain the tempo of the match and like where the army of Kilmefirst is going, I think he feels comfortable like that. And so, okay, these are all gonna go down. Cubs gonna come in. Okay, this whole army is just dying. Yeah, this whole area of Plague is wrecked. Yeah, I think this was like the inevitable aftermath of that thing. So maybe it wasn't worth it for Plague. Maybe the worth was that this didn't front switch over here. So I don't know. We'll see. Kilmefirst is gonna start to front switch these vehicles over here to try to defend this really awkward narrow pathway. Gonna keep these 3 on this side though, and yeah, this guy's gonna get healed up, and eventually it'll start capturing something. No medium tanks yet from Plague. Don't really need them. This medium tank got definitely bullied by copters. And he does have this artillery though, so that's really nice. And he made a T-copter. So we'll see if he's going to go for that comm tower or if it is going to be to just more quickly reinforce infantry. Just going to back these guys up and just get the attacks that you can, boom, 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 and take that copter out. So sacrificing that anti-air because it is in range of this artillery and everything. There's so many tanks and stuff. Gonna take out that guy and place his artillery in defense of this. This anti-air doesn't reach, but these 2 tanks do, and this one doesn't reach this artillery. So that's a nice little spot. Nice. The copters are such nice blockers. The thing is, I think this copter can come in, take this out with this other tank, and then this tank and this copter can take out this tank, and then this tank can go and attack from the city. So you're probably gonna want to put something on that city, like at the tank or an anti-air, right? Okay, I don't know. You can definitely take that out. And I guess you're not gonna get much of an Urban Blight though, except that just killing this artillery. Okay, we'll have to see. I wonder if Kilmefirst is gonna go for that. Okay, he is. He's gonna send that tank and then copter and tank, take that out, and then he's going for that charge, so he's definitely gonna use that Urban Blight. Boom, he's gonna shoot at that anti-air. Gonna get all the guaranteed little damages and kills to get as much charge as possible. And then he's gonna use Urban Blight, gonna get that KO right there, and then yeah, tank's gonna go in and definitely KOs the artillery. Boom. And then all of these are gonna get destroyed. Boom, 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 boom. And these tanks are somewhat assisting these tanks, not necessarily the tiles, but maybe the stuff adjacent. So it depends what Plague decides to do. And Plague does have the super. He has the charge for a super. Wow. Copter even gonna go in and get a free kill there because that infantry wasn't defended by anything. And medium tank and tank are gonna start to finally wrap around this way and start to put some pressure. Now that artillery is gone, and there isn't that, like the copters are kind of far away, medium tank can somewhat move a little bit freely. It is at 7 HP though. It's still gonna pack a punch. Not as big as a punch as if it was at 10 HP, but you can definitely hit it with a copter in a city, boom, and then a tank finishes it off or something like that. Especially with a super coming, oof. I bet a copter, Kindle copter on a city, like, let's see. This I gotta do this. I got a copter city, a Kindle with a super, oof, and that's with a power. Imagine without a power on a plains. Yeah, that's crazy. Kindle is just busted. So yeah, we have this medium tank copter tank coming over here. This copter is just not gonna be attacked back. So what will Plague do? He does have 3 copters, 2 tanks, this anti-air. You can have to decide whether to go and attack this area. Do you attack this area? Do you go back and attack this area? You do have, you have that decision. You have that control. So let's see what he decides to do. He does use Urban Blight, so no super. It gets the normal damage of the bases plus I think this 1 tank. So that's gonna help him clear that. Also gonna get that extra firepower, but not enough to clear that copter. Boom. Now yes, it's gonna go down. Now tank is gonna come in and leaves it at 1. Gonna try to get that KO. Doesn't get the KO. And I'm gonna clear it that way and then take out the copter and doesn't get that KO. I'm gonna get a first strike there. Gonna block that medium tank in and just be annoying here against this copter. Actually gonna block it in with a T-copter and mech. Nice. And then this copter can come in and somewhat like attack this copter. So you're gonna want to clear this or free up this copter, but I don't know if you can. I don't think these two can take out a T-copter. So I think this copter is gonna die against this copter. And this is just classic Kindle mirror things. Most of the units have like not 10 HP. Like so many 9 HP, 8 HP, 7 HP. It's so annoying. And the fact that there's no comm towers capped, it makes it so much more annoying. You just can't finish off units. Look, so many 1 HPs. The only thing here though, this is big alarm bell. So this healthy infantry by Kilmefirst is in this area for play. Of course, it can go for any of these captures, but it can also just like walk here and then be in range of this HQ. So that's a big thing. Regarding the middle, I don't think that Kilmefirst can take over this area. So I guess this whole thing of the middle was kind of a bait by Plague. He must have planned it. He was like, no, I'm not going to put a tank on the city. I'm just going to let him think that it's a good idea, and I'll boom, I'll just attack back. So maybe Kilmefirst did fall for a little bit of a bait there. I don't know. I'm going to use a copter and medium tank to clear one of the infantries. So yeah, one of these copters is going to go down most likely. Well, this copter is going to go down. I'm going to start this capture over here. Infantry going to walk over here to be just out of range of that copter, but still in range of that HQ. And it's going to get really dangerous. Wow, that was a loud horn. Because even this artillery, all these copters, they can all be put here to block the capture of HQ. So, big alarm bells here by Plague. What do? You have to definitely send this copter. You can't attack this recon. I guess you can attack from the city. No, you need this copter alive. You need to have it somewhere here. Same with this one. Same with the anti-air. Copter gonna come in and get a KO from the city. Gonna attack that medium tank. Boom. I'm gonna use a T-copter to go and sit on the city to prevent it from getting captured. And you're gonna use the mech to get a little shot there. It is true though that this is Kindle, so even an HQ capture could be delayed by 1 turn with an Urban Blight. So Plague can still count on that. I'm gonna try to, yeah, okay. Just gonna injure that recon and leave this one out of range of this, just so there's no shenanigans here, capturing, blocking, and stuff like that. But you definitely need these two for sure. I'm gonna make another anti-air. There's 3 anti-airs here by Plague. There's more anti-airs than tanks for Plague. Oh, I guess no, there's 3 tanks, okay. I'm gonna make another tank over here. Oof. Okay, now Plague is gonna go in. We're gonna take out that copter. I think he probably just go back and capture this. I don't think he can go through that HQ cap. Because I think if you go capture, you can put the artillery here and then you block. You put this guy here. It's not enough. It's this one. Ooh, wait, maybe. I think maybe. You can set the capture. You put this artillery in this silo. You put this infantry on here, and then you put this 1 HP copter on this single road. And then I don't know how you reach. Well, I guess yeah, you have to use Urban Blight. I guess that's the thing. So you use Urban Blight, delay it by 1 turn, and attack the stuff, and then next turn you take out the infantry on the HQ. So I think it's still fine for Plague. I'm gonna make another anti-air here. Oh, okay, he's still going for the HQ gap. Oh, and instead puts the artillery here in front, puts the injured recon over here, the 1 HP copter, and then that guy. But yeah, the thing is the Urban Blight. You can attack over here. You can take out this copter, or you can attack this. You can actually, I think you go and you take out this copter with this copter. I'm not sure. But we'll see what Plague decides to do. I'm gonna sacrifice that tank. I'm gonna try to take that out, and I mean, Plague has now been able to flip this property. We'll probably look to flip this one. But yeah, Ante's gonna take out that copter right there, and copter takes out recon, makes a battleship. Looks like he saved up some funds, and that battleship is gonna cover that HQ. But he definitely has to use Urban Blight. Like, he has to use Urban Blight. Oh, nice. He's gonna block here. This he's gonna block here. That's crazy. Ooh. I wonder if Kilmefirst was seeing that. He's gonna join here these copters. Gonna finish off that medium tank. But yeah, this is really annoying now. As he uses Urban Blight, like you have to, or else you lose. This is gonna make it really annoying now. There are no copters over here to try to take out this infantry, so this infantry can just stand by there. I mean, I guess you, unless you just use the anti-air to kill the infantry, but you're like base blocking yourself for a turn. Sending everything over here. You got the double anti-air, double copter tank battleship, and it's a Kindle battleship on a port, so it gets that extra 40% firepower. Oof. And he did save up a lot of charge as well, so he's gonna be able to get that next Urban Blight pretty soon. So this HQ cap is not gonna go through. You wanna see how much damage this is gonna do? Say without Urban Blight, like look at that. Like even if you join, even it deals at least 7 damage. That's crazy. So I don't see a world where Kilmefirst can pull this HQ cap through. But hey, maybe he was able to force. Okay, maybe with the Urban Blight damage is enough. Has extra defense. I still don't think so. There's too many strong units over here. But perhaps it's he's gonna pull back. The fact that Plague has made a battleship now over here, that's 28k funds just to stop this capture. So as long as he doesn't lose a lot of unit value, that's a really good thing for Kilmefirst. Like, okay, for example, he's gonna lose this. He's gonna lose this artillery, and he'll lose a copter. That's like, I don't know, 15k, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna go down. So it's like this battleship means that Plague has invested way more into this. Plus all the time, like all these vehicles are now gonna be stuck over here while Kilmefirst can swing around, go attack somewhere else. This does mean though that this whole area is locked down. Like Kilmefirst is never gonna get this, like flip this base or get the HQ. So now Kilmefirst does have to send stuff somewhere else. He could still go for these 2 cities, but after that, nothing really much. Like you're just gonna stay away from that battleship. You can definitely lock this down so that Plague never gets it. But I think the game plan for Kilmefirst is to just switch around, go towards the middle, go for these, go back over here. And he did actually like base block himself to take out that infantry, so he can then next turn move out. And now the T-Copter and those copters are gonna come around this way, and maybe he's gonna try to put some pressure on that HQ. But I think Kilmefirst is doing pretty solid over here on this side. He's gonna get that kill on that copter over there. Gonna bully that T-Copter a little bit. Gonna get a little first strike there because it's not I mean, yeah, there's an anti right here. But perhaps he's trying to get some charge. Okay, he's gonna definitely try to stop that. Put a tank on that city so this anti doesn't go crazy. And just kind of pulling back, I guess. And really respecting the Urban Blight, because this tank could have gone on the HQ, but if it gets hit by Urban Blight, then it can get taken out, and then you lost the tank that you need. You need this tank to counter this tank. Like, he has two anti-airs, which are great to counter these two copters, but there's nothing to counter this single tank, so he needs to protect it at all costs. Like, this we could just go and sacrifice this copter to take out this tank. Without comp towers, it's a little bit trickier. It doesn't deal damage. Ooh, and these are two being really annoying. He's gonna sit on the port so that the battleship doesn't go, or I don't know. I mean, it's fine. This battleship is probably fine here. And then you're gonna start this capture and block these tiles. I think Plague could still go and clear this tank and then attack with this anti-air, but then you lose both anti-airs. So nice little blocking there. It also forces, like, you either go and kill this copter, so then it's still good for Kilmefirst. So this whole thing was really nice for Kilmefirst, really. I'm gonna, oh, he doesn't get the kill on that anti-air. Okay, and he's gonna go for the copter kill there. And, ooh, okay, he is going to sacrifice the copter against that tank. Now he uses the Urban Blight, and he's gonna send in these tanks because there are no tanks. This tank is safe, you know, it's not next to any property, so this tank or anti-airs are not gonna go crazy on it. I'm gonna start this capture over here, take out that artillery, and gonna start using the battleship now to clear the pipe seam that's blocking off this comm tower. So eventually he's gonna be able to get that comm tower. So that's really nice. And it also delayed this capture, so it's gonna delay both of these actually. This one, which is it started at 7, now it's at 4, so it's gonna take a while. It's gonna need like 5 turns. No, 5? 4. No, 4 turns. 4 turns. So still pretty strong. So, oof, long game. Sorry, day 21. Wow. But yeah, this is a classic. You go and take out the unit, the only single unit that can counter this guy, and now this guy can go crazy. So, and you also have this one as well. So, oof, this is a really tricky situation here for Kilmefirst, really, over here in this HQ area. This tank really had to be protected at all costs. Maybe some other positioning where the anti-airs could cover the tank, perhaps, or something like that. Oof, because that's gonna be really dire. Tank is gonna try to go and heal up. Copter's gonna go down and gonna take out that infantry. Okay, I'm blocked. So now this tank should be safe. Nothing that can clear this guy. Yeah, so I think he should be safe. So he can heal up to 7. But still, it definitely hurts. And this tank is just going to be sitting here, just going to be blocking this tile. It's going to be able to shoot at anything that comes out of his base. But it can possibly die next turn just from a copter, this tank, hitting from the base. So, and Kilmefirst using that other injured infantry to join here to speed up this capture. And this tank, ooh, nice, is blocking the only tile that this anti-air could reach these guys. Oof, really good positioning by Kilmefirst. Plague is just gonna go get some attacks here, but yeah, those captures are gonna go through. All in all, like, Plague being ahead in 23 to 17k income is pretty crazy. I guess he does have these two, and then he has these two as well. I mean, these, I guess, 4. So that puts him, that's the 3, which makes 6k advantage. So he's gonna shoot at one of the anti-airs with his tank. Gonna bring another tank. Gonna bring this tank that was over here, and Copter's gonna switch over to the middle to kind of protect from this. Pipe Siemens at 5 HP. I'm gonna make a medium tank over here. I'm I mean, yeah. I mean, at this point, after this battleship buy, Plague doesn't have to invest anything over here. Like, it's not like Kilmefirst is gonna walk over here and then start a capture. Like, the battleship is just gonna wreck any infantry. So Kilmefirst should just invest everything over here, somewhere else, like wherever the battleship is not. And he did get these 2 cities, so like that's good. That like he's happy now. That's as much as he can get over here. He would need like a bomber to try to take out this battleship, really. And there's really nothing else. Maybe some copters, but it's so many anti-airs. So let's see, what can Kilmefirst do here? He is evening out the income now. The unit count, the unit value is not looking very good. But remember that there's that battleship that is now not gonna get any value. So Plague is ahead in like 30k, but a battleship costs 28. So it's like, okay, he's ahead like half a turn in unit value. If you don't count the battleship, of course. We're gonna take out that tank. Okay, those copters can still reach. I guess it is covered now by this anti-air. I'm gonna bring these tanks. So Plague, just content with these. He's not gonna attempt to go for the HQ anymore. Too many vehicles that Kilmefirst has been sending now. So he's gonna try to contest the middle. You know, it's always that back and forth of the pivot going towards HQ, towards the middle, towards the base. Trying to play on those dynamics, and Plague with another big buy. Wow. Making a mega tank. What? Why the mega tank? I don't understand why he made a mega tank. What are you getting from the mega tank that you can't get from a neo tank? I don't know. I mean, you also have a medium tank over here, so pretty strange. But Kilmefirst gonna use this T-copter to go and get this comm tower cap. He's not happy that Plague is gonna get it, so he's like, you know what? If you're gonna get it, I'm gonna get it too. Gonna go for that KO there on that copter. There is this anti-air, remember? So Kilmefirst gonna have to send some tanks, but he's trying to attack some of these things over here. This medium tank isn't ranged though. So I'm not sure how much you want to be attacking there. Gonna attack that mech. Gonna get a first strike on that tank. On this other one, gonna attack that mech and bring this other tank. Gonna get this imaging position for the city, but I don't know. It's not looking very good for Kilmefirst, honestly. Medium tank's gonna come in and definitely gonna shoot at that tank. Gonna take out those. And yeah, the capture's not gonna go through. There's no more infantry over here. I think this was a whole like sacrifice by Kilmefirst to try to deny this capture flip, but because there's no other infantry to join, so it's gonna be really hard to keep it up. This mega tank is it's pretty crazy. I mean, a 9 HP mega tank will still hit as hard as a 10 HP mega tank. But yeah, that copter's gonna go down, and ooh, that tank doesn't end up going down. Ooh, we're just being able to force more that like flexibility, using the pivots and transition from one place to another, and getting better value from the trades, from the attacks. Even after having this battleship buy over here, maybe that whole HQ attempt by Kilmefirst did cost him too much, and it wasn't fast enough. The switch towards the middle or any of these areas, as Plague was also kind of forcing the issue over here. Gonna finish off these guys in range of this battleship. Gonna take that copter out. Gonna take out that tank, and says to use Urban Blight. Okay, injustice enough to take it out. Okay, takes out a copter with an infantry. Takes out a tank with an infantry. These images they're going wild. They're shooting at vehicles. They're killing the vehicles. Gonna stop this capture as well. I'm gonna join over there, and gonna okay. I'm gonna send some tanks over here. Maybe does this infantry go here to heal? No, I mean there's another blight coming, but I mean you're not gonna go for an HQ cap, so I'm not sure about this. I mean, well, not that I'm not sure. I don't understand it. Like, why? Is it a copter perhaps? You know what? Maybe if you can put a tank here, And then you can hit that battleship with a copter from the port. Oof. That would be really strong. Like, imagine on the port. Oof. And put a comp tower on it. Oof. That's 50%. No, that would do 5 damage with an Urban Blight. With a super, it's just like devastating. Okay, that might be the plan. So Days of Plague might be forced to put the battleship here, or just buy a black boat, honestly. It's gonna use Urban Blight. Same thing here with the anti taking out that infantry. And gonna take some more infantry. Gonna use a mech to take out an anti-air. This is a mess of injured units everywhere. Gonna use this other mech to take out this other anti-air. And now gonna start that capture on the comm tower. Gonna get a shot onto one of the tanks. Is he gonna build a black boat or not? Okay, he doesn't buy a black boat, so I think Kilmefirst might go for putting the tank here. This mech might be made. I mean, it could go here and try to take out that possible tank. With the Urban Light also delaying this comm tower cap. But gonna use that other 3 HP infantry to join here to keep capping this. Another copter going down. Gonna take out that other mech. These mechs are everywhere from Plague. Plague really loves those mechs, but he uses them really well. And here goes that tank to put on the port. I'm gonna bring some copters. In 2 turns, they can start hitting that battleship from the port. So maybe that's what he's gonna be doing. I'm not sure if you want to be taking out the battleship. Like, I'm not sure what you're gonna get from taking out the battleship, other than like being able to go for the HQ, I guess. And this mega tank, it's like, I'm just gonna be away from that mega tank. Mega tank is gonna get no shots up. Like, that's the plan right now. Like, Kilmefirst is just gonna keep everything 6 tiles away from that mega tank, so they can never shoot at anything. Wherever it goes, you just move away. It's so slow, very predictable. Gonna get some shots out here. This attack is fine because this mega tank is covering. So even if you send a tank here, it's gonna get blasted by a mega tank. And I don't think even a copter is gonna deal that much damage to that mega tank from a city. Like, let's see, like that. Yeah, that's even with a super. Like, normally it's just gonna do 1, 2. Yeah, mega tanks are so hard to deal damage. You really need bombers or just another mega tank. Really, you can do like bomber neo tank to take it out. Or just double bomber or another mega tank. That's usually the best ways to kill a mega tank. We're actually gonna go for that attack on that tank, even though it's in range of that mega tank. So mega tank might get its first shot and first kill, really. Medium tank's gonna get bullied by these copters, which is delaying the copter attacks on this battleship, but Days of Plague did make a anti-air, so it is gonna deter those copters from doing that thing. But yeah, we have this whole situation here, like this guy over here really wants to go for that HQ capture. It's like, but it can't until that battleship is dealt with. What is this? Gonna put this T-copter, probably gonna unload it over here. So I can shoot at the anti-air next turn. Okay, it's gonna be put over here so that the medium tank can't injure it. What is this game? Finally, that comm tower gets captured by Kilmefirst and will also now get captured by Days of Plague. So now, for the first time in 27 turns, they have a comm tower each. Mega tank gonna go in and boom, gonna one-shot that 9 HP tank. Gonna take out one of those anti-airs and gonna actually injure that mech, which is really nice. Gonna deal a bit less damage. Also with the power, we're gonna have more defense. That's gonna be really great. Gonna get some shots here and gonna get a little cheeky copter hit on this anti-air from the city. Gonna bring another mech and push this other infantry. Gonna bring there's so many anti-airs. I swear the builds by Plague, they're so funny. Like, what is this unit composition? It's like, there's double T-copter, one is running out of fuel. You got this anti-air is at 1 fuel. It's in range of this mech. You have 4 anti-airs over here. You have a mega tank, 2 medium tanks, a battleship. It's just like, what? So funny. These tanks still trying to do some damage to this battleship, but it's like they barely scratch it. Finally, a copter's gonna come in and boom, gonna deal some damage. Gonna attack this medium tank again. Gonna finish off this. This mech was nicely put here to kind of deter or like counter attack this tank. Oh, actually, the copter's gonna come in and attack this mech. So now this tank is gonna be uncountered. It's gonna be able to shoot at these anti-airs. But there's this medium tank coming, so I think that was the purpose of this medium tank. And mega tank is all the way over here. This mega tank is getting dangerously close to this base though, so something to keep in mind, as Kilmefirst has not bought anything. He doesn't have the cash though to buy anything, so and he doesn't have the cash, and he's not saving up for next turn either to deal with his mega tank, so that can be a problem. He's gonna finish that off, send this copter back over here, just block so that this copter doesn't attack this guy. Yeah, I think it's safe. Yeah, because I think you can't kill this infantry without using this copter. So, oof, wow, it's a wild map. Medium tank gonna go in and shoot at that infantry. Doesn't do enough damage to reduce the amount of turns it needs to capture this HQ. I'm gonna take out that mech, and they're gonna take out that copter. Gonna block off from this mech from attacking. And you're gonna use this tank now again. They're gonna be sitting here just shooting and blocking, and mega tank is definitely gonna come over here. Yeah, there you go. Oof. So now it's in range of this base. You have a mega tank pointing at your base. Oof. And you have nothing. You have nothing to respond. And even if you did, like, you can make a mega tank and then you get hit by urban blight and then you get shot at. It's pretty tough. This base is pretty much gone, honestly. To be fair, it does have 2 shots though, the mega tank, but still, that's like you have to sacrifice, I don't know, 2 tanks or something. So it's still really devastating. I was gonna say it hurts a little bit, but no, it's devastating. Having a mega tank pointing at your base is horrible. Yeah. Remember that copter is not going to do much. It's just going to deal like 1, maybe 2 damage. And then the mega tank hits back again. Ooh, okay. Now finally the image is going to start capturing that. Oh, I think this might be Kilmefirst's like last attempt. Like all in, I need to get this HQ capture, and it might happen. I think so. I think you can take out this battleship with his copter from the port, and then you take out this medium tank with his copter, and then you put this tank here to block from this anti-air. The thing is that it's at 7 HP, so you need 3 turns, and play can also get another urban blight. So that would mean because of because that medium tank hit that infantry, it actually hurts a lot, because if it was at 9, you could have done 9/9, that's 18. And then even if it's dropped by urban blight down to 6, it's still done, in 3 turns. But now it's at 7. It's gonna do 7, and so that's 14. Drop down by 3 with urban blight. It's got 4, so you're gonna need 2 more turns because it's gonna have 6 HP left on the HQ. Oh. So this is gonna take 4 turns to capture most likely. Oof. So yeah, he's definitely gonna go for that. Take that out. Gonna injure that anti-air and gonna. Not even gonna block here. Okay. I guess he's not counting on getting the HQ capture then. Because this anti can just, like these 2, I'm pretty sure can just kill this this infantry. Especially with an urban blight easily. Gonna attack over here, take that out. This copter is in range, but it is protected by this anti-air. And yeah, here we go. Tank made on the space. It is gonna get shot at by this mega tank for sure. Copter's gonna come in and boom, almost takes it out. Ooh, nice little block there. I was thinking of maybe putting the infantry over here, like attacking with the copter here and blocking, but no, this is much better. You attack there, and there's no real way for you to take out this infantry. Wow. Ooh, wow, that's a one-shot. These mega tanks are crazy strong, and this is dangerous. Like whatever you make here gets taken out, this infantry can start capturing. So you're gonna need one of these infantry to go and take out that that infantry on the base. Maybe one of these. But you have this copter over here as well. You have this infantry to deal with. Oh, it's looking so bad for Kilmefirst, honestly. And now we have this other T-copter and a third T-copter by Days of Plague. This one's still alive also. It's at 4 fuel. But all these are going to be streaming down here to try to pressure the HQ. And yeah, Anti is going to go in and Battleship is going to not finish the job. Okay. I'm going to bring those anti-airs. I mean, it's at 2 HP. And there's no infantry over here for Kilmefirst. Like, the closest one is this one. There's so many anti-airs here for Plagues. There's no way you can bring a T-copter safely with an infantry to replenish this. It's looking really dire for Kilmefirst. But we are at day 29. So, this is a tournament. There's a day limit of 35. So maybe they're both at 20k income, so they're both equal in income. So maybe one of them can go for the property lead and win by day limit, perhaps. Maybe Kilmefirst can do that as he's so far below in unit count. It's like almost half. And actually, wow, with the extra firepower from Urban Blight, he's able to get that. And if not, he would have used this other copter to finish that off. So now he's able to, boom, take that copter out, which is really nice. I think you definitely need... Okay, Recon is nice, and I guess this copter is going to be used to possibly take out this infantry if it decides to sit on here. But yeah, that HQ cap is not going to go through. And, wow. Just falling behind on that unit value by Kilmefirst, but they're tight in income, and there's 5 more days left. And yeah, as I've said on another video, and someone pointed out... that I said it's like usually if the day limit is 30 and it's day 25, they're going to day limit. Right now day limit is 35 and they're at day 30, they're going to day limit. You know it, like they're tight on income. So it's like all in, try to get one capture. You're not gonna get an HQ capture most likely, but you don't need to. You just have to flip one property. You need to get one property, hold all of the others, and you win. That's it. So for example, Days of Plague, he can try to go for this one city. He doesn't have to go all the way over here to win. He just needs to get this one city. This is the new HQ. That's it. Just get this one, or maybe this one. This one is actually probably safer. Like, you can start this capture, and you block. You have this mega tank and everything, and that's it. You just need one more property. And just gonna go down. Gonna get all these antis shot out with these tanks. So definitely gonna have to try to set up some defense over here. You got this copter over here that trying to point at this city right here so it doesn't get captured. Gonna make another anti. And now this mega tank is out of shots. So it's a shot at a tank and a recon. So it cost Kilmefirst 11k plus 2 units. You can definitely see the lack of units over here already. Did this mega tank pay for itself? Maybe. I mean, I killed 1 tank, 2 tanks, and a recon. But just the pressure of over here, I think, is definitely worthwhile. Oh, poor little T-copter going down there. Yeah, went out for the lack of fuel. Ooh, okay, day 31. So now it's gonna get that capture. It's all about getting that one capture through. And Plague is gonna try to get this one and that one. Okay, so it's gonna be about these 2 captures right here. He's definitely gonna need some more infantry to do some joint caps. Remember, Kindle Urban Blight makes it really difficult. We even got a fighter here, which is possibly just as a faster reinforcement to kill copters. Just like in 2 turns, it's covering these guys from copters instead of, I don't know, perhaps 2, 3 or whatever. So it's much more comfortable. At this point of the game, again, the limit is just like, you need to start to do these things. The only thing is that these hunters can definitely take out this fighter, but it might be a good blocker. And with how Plague has it set up, pulling back the mega tank, putting this infantry over here, you can definitely interrupt this guy, and then it gets shot at by this mech. Like, you still have 4 more turns, so you can definitely just shoot at the anti from the city and then start the capture. Oh, it's looking really, really bad. I'm not sure how can you reach this guy. I don't think you can reach this one infantry. I mean, I think you have to use Urban Blight. That's the only thing you have. You have to use Urban Blight by Kilmefirst to try to lower that that HP and give you one more turn. There you go. Yeah, Urban Blight, boom, boom. Both at 7 HP. I'm gonna go and take it out and I'm gonna use... Ooh, okay. Oh, it's at 1 HP. Forgot. It's gonna, yeah, get killed there, but at least it deals 1 damage. It slows that capture and attack that other guy. Again, there's still 4 days, so you can realistically capture the city with these guys in 4 days. So it's gonna require more stuff. What? What? Wow. Okay. I was not expecting that at all. I mean, the Mega Tank is out of shots, and we have a Pipe Runner. So you're not gonna build anything else from this base. And I think the reason is to cover this one city. And it's on a base, right? So it's gonna have that extra firepower. Wow, we're seeing all kinds of units on this game. That's crazy. So this Pipe Runner, I'm not sure how much this is gonna deal with like the basic machine gun. Maybe it does like 1 or 2 damage. Yeah, boom, down goes the answer with that mech. And take that out. Take one of these copters, that other infantry, and yeah, this infantry is gonna go down. So it's gonna let these guys more freely capture this, which the Pipe Runner is not gonna reach. Pipe Runner hype, by the way. That's gonna go on the thumbnail, or I don't know, or something. Pipe Runner viable. He made a Pipe Runner in a tournament game, or something like that, you know. What is this? And I have the Neo Tank. We just need a missile and an APC, and we've seen all land units, including the Pipe Runner, in a viable way. And there comes the fighter. It's gonna be, of course, out of range of that Pipe Runner. Remember, the Pipe Runners can shoot at air units too. They can shoot at all kinds of units, which is pretty crazy. But it's gonna be really hard for Kilmefirst to defend this. I mean, he'd have to get one flip, like, to compensate for that. So he'd have to try to flip this city, perhaps one of these, but there's just like not enough unit count by Kilmefirst. He's gonna take that out. He's gonna take that anti-air, and yeah, that's not gonna go through. You need 10 turns. He's actually gonna delete the Pipe Runner, and he's gonna make an anti-air. Okay. Anti is gonna go down. There's all these injured. Now we got the join there with the mix, so it's healthy for next turn to go and capture this. Although he could use these guys as well. He could also just like bring these two, join them healthy, and then next turn start this capture. Okay, he's gonna do that, but with the other one that he brought in, and he's gonna start these 2 captures over here. Mega Tank, anti-air. I guess maybe the anti-air was made so that the fighter couldn't just like come in and like block the base or something like that, like, you know, standing in the minimum range of the Pipe Runner, which then would have made it impossible to then like defend. Well, I guess not this, but I don't know. Oh my god, what a match. What is this? Neo Tank even here, just double the unit value by DaysOfPlague. It's just, you can definitely feel it. You have the fighter, Mega Tank, Neo Tank, just way too much, and Kilmefirst army is like one single anti here, and this fighter's like kind of like blocking over here this path towards the HQ, remember? So it's gonna cost him an extra turn. Even sending the copter over there now makes another Pipe Runner, because now now that the fighter is gone, he can he can defend this. This new thing is also on the city so as to prevent this infantry from capturing it. He's gonna sacrifice these guys. Gonna sacrifice some more, maybe to get an Urban Blight. I think he's just sacrificing units. I think this might be like GG. Let's play it until day limit, kind of fun. This Pipe Runner probably also for fun as well. I'm not sure if there was a logic here, like trying to dislodge the fighter, but it's not really. We're gonna make another Pipe Runner. So we got the Pipe Runner party here. Gonna get a shot there on the Pipe Runner. Oh wow, didn't deal any damage to it. Okay. and gonna keep these guys here in range. The anti could go and sit on HQ though, but yeah, this capture is gonna go through next turn. Even after an Urban Blight by Kilmefirst, that's gonna bring it down to 5 HP, the infantry, and it's gonna be enough to finish the capture. There you go, boom. This one is not gonna be enough because next turn is the last turn. So Days of Plague, like they could be playing for a tie, you know, they could be going to a tie in properties, but this single capture is actually going to go through next turn by Days of Plague. Like unless Kilmefirst could have started this capture and somehow deleted all these other units and the Pipe Runner, again, another Pipe Runner made like with actual value. It was so in the event that everything dies or something, this Pipe Runner would still be locking down this city so you could take out the infantry capturing. Just what? How can you make 2 viable Pipe Runner buys on a tournament match? You can't tell me the title of this video can't be Pipe Runner viable. They made Pipe Runners. We even have a cruiser here just for the memes, just for the extra units, because this capture is going to go through, and that puts Days of Plague at the advantage of the city count. No captures going through by Kilmefirst. So at the end of this turn, even going for the HQ capture as if, you know, that wasn't enough. Gonna shoot there, gonna, you know, just gonna keep attacking and stuff. Gonna finish off making the other cruiser, get the double cruiser going, Pipe Runner, everything, 1 HP infantry attacking pipe team that doesn't do enough damage to deal 1. And it ends there, I guess, in because the replay kind of dies there, but it's because they ended, yeah, because they passed the turn. I mean, Kilmefirst passed the turn, and they hit the day limit, and then the game determined Plague as the winner. So Plague got the win here from day limit because he had more captures than Kilmefirst. Oh wow. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this match. It's just, it was all over the place. All over the place. Literally all over. The whole map had just so much action, so much movement from one side to another. From that, like the really nice, smart, tactical plays. Try to look for those choke points with the mechs and the artillery. And then looking for little baits with artillery, looking down the city. Oh yeah, hit my artillery from the city, and then I'm gonna counterattack. There's so many things like smart like that are so interesting, and there were so many meme buys that were actually viable. We have the mega tank. We had the battleship that is somewhat common on this map. Honestly, it kind of is a big panic buy button to shut down HQ pressure. You even have a last minute carrier. I'm not gonna count these cruisers and carrier as like actual buys, but the Pipe Runners were viable. They really were. Both of them were. Mega tank made as well. Just wow, just crazy match. I really am kind of speechless, but wow. Congrats to Days of Plague, and yeah, just thanks to both players for like an amazing match. I think if there was one thing that kind of determined the match, I mean, it's hard to tell, but I feel like this moment, where was it? Wow, so many things happened. Over here, this little tank attack onto this copter tank onto the tank. Unless there was like some better positioning over here to prevent this copter from attacking this tank. Perhaps putting it over here on this plane style instead, over here, so this copter couldn't reach. I guess you could still, because you can take out this infantry and then the copter reaches. So but yeah, this copter attacking this tank then means that he can more freely send this tank, and he can put pressure onto these anti-airs. Just put more pressure over here. It's so crucial. I think the battleship purchase as well. There was this whole attempt by Kilmefirst over here of the HQ cap that was so thin, right? It's so razor thin, sharp. The movements and everything that you need to do. Like this looks really good. Like you have 2 infantry, artillery, recon, copters. You have a lot of things, but Days of Plague was getting prepared. He saved up on that turn. He then made that battleship. And and with the Urban Blights, it's really hard to actually complete an HQ capture. So that was on both of theirs, kind of like cards in their hand to always have that Urban Blight there, just in case he goes for an HQ cap. Boom, I can delay for one more turn. So it makes it really, really tricky to get an HQ cap against Kindle. Yeah, insane match. I really don't have much else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be posting this, but I know I've been saying it on like all my videos recently, but I am hosting this tournament. It's called APC. It's Anonymous Player Cup. It's a live standard format tournament. I'm so excited for this tournament. I can't tell you how much. And it has like 12 players, like 12 top players playing in these group stage, qualifiers kind of stage phase. And then the top 8 from there are going to move on to the main event, which is going to have this gimmick of this secret, hidden, new identities. So we're going to give them new names. And it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of mind games, trying to, find out who is who, and they won't know who is who. So it's going to be a lot of fun in that way. And the prize pool, I've started the prize pool at $500. I'm putting that money out of my pocket. Because I want this community to grow. I want more tournaments. I want more hype and stuff. But yeah, I'm putting $500 from my pocket. And if you want to, the people that you can add to the prize pool with a link that I'll put in the description. It's the Streamlabs link. You can add to the prize pool there. There's already been some incredibly generous donations. Like the day that I'm recording this, that is like way before when I'm going to be posting this. But yeah, like I'm recording this before the first qualifier match gets covered. Like, yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen by the time this gets posted, but today there's been some incredibly generous donations, which is crazy. Like, I'm so thankful for all the people. I know that the players are going to be very, very thankful. But yeah, insane the support coming from the people already before even casting the first game. So I hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll all be live streamed. The qualifiers are going to be live streamed like every week, like once a week. I'll be covering the matches that happen that week. And then the main event will be live. Like, it will be 2 weekends straight of quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. They'll be playing live, and I'll be casting. Most likely I will have co-casters, different people of the community, either players or other content creators. We'll see. It will all be probably posted or scheduled or whatever. But yeah, super excited. Anyways, I need to close out this video. It's probably way too long. It is really long. Okay, so yeah, great match, tournament, hype. Go watch the tournament. Can't wait to have it started. Yeah, bye.